Hello everyone, Dynamo here. Welcome to another episode of Mommies of the Month. Today's character will be covering Drew Saturday from the action animated series The Secret Saturdays that aired on Cartoon Network from 2008 to 2010 for only 2 seasons, which also had a crossover movie special and a comic. This episode was requested by a friend who wished to remain anonymous. So who is Drew Saturday? She is an archaeologist and one of 2 leading experts in pseudoscience, cryptozoology, along with her husband, shortly named Doc. The duo are members of an organization called the Secret Scientists. They are a group of some of the world's greatest minds determined to find the secrets of the universe before the bad guys get the chance. Their fields vary from biology, quantum physics, genetics, and so on. There used to be 50 members, but due to a catastrophic event, there's only 7 remaining left. That is including Drew and Doc. Let's get on with Drew's history. She came from a normal family, loving parents, and a little brother named Doyle. They travel all over the world together, but one tragic day while camping near the Himalayan mountains, a violent snowstorm supposedly killed her parents and separated her brother Doyle. However, spoiler alert, in season 2, it was actually caused by a cryptic creature, a Yeti, that claimed many lives before. And this particular Yeti is also the main villain of the show, but I'm just gonna stop it right there with the spoilers. Anyways, back to the younger Drew here. Not orphaned and alone, she was taken in by Tibetan monks around the region. The monks cared for her and raised her in the Buddhist temple as their daughter and disciple, learning martial arts and weaponry during her stay. Upon leaving as an adult, the monks gifted her the Tibetan fire sword that she now carries as her signature weapon. Fast forward, Drew went to college. She used to date a guy named Leonidas Van Rook, but quickly broke up with him because she later discovered that he was an immoral mercenary. As soon as Drew graduated from college, she met Doc, and eventually they married, then mothered a child with him, Zach. Now as a family, Drew, Doc, and Zach, with a genetically enhanced Komodo dragon as a pet, and a friendly 8-foot gorilla cat cryptid Lemurian creature named Fiskerton. They are a team that adventures throughout the world, discovering secrets and protecting humanity, known as the Saturdays. Let's talk about Drew's arsenal, the Tibetan fire sword. On the surface, it may appear like a decorative and heavy-looking melee weapon, but it is mystical in origin. It can be commanded to shoot fire at the tip of the point, as well as emit visible hot flames along the edges, increasing the threat and damage. The fire can only be generated while being exposed to some degrees of light, even if indirect. In Hindu mythology, the Kharja or fire sword is a symbol of enlightenment used to destroy ignorance, which is the enemy of liberation from the bonds of other worldly attachments. It is found in the hand of Manjushri, the god of divine wisdom. The sword features a Tibetan dragon at the hilt holding the heavy blade. The top of the handle is crowned the Dorji or the Vishra Vajra, which represents that cannot be destroyed, but destroys all evil. The tip of the sword ends with a detailed brass flames, again signifying the destruction of evil forces and protection. Next up, Drew's personality. Like her son, Zach, who takes up after her, ironically, in the first season, Drew can be described as reckless, impulsive, and feisty. Although flawed, she is shown to be compassionate and loving to her family. She'll go to extremes to abandon her own safety and concerns to protect her family at all costs. Drew also possesses a strong moral compass, despite her emotions may sometimes get the best of her. When it comes to her husband, Doc, fighting together have made their relationship strong. From a scientific perspective, Doc and Drew often disagree, but they do not consider it to be arguing or fighting. They enjoy debating with each other, but able to disagree without getting mean-spirited. They are both prideful, but willing to admit to the other when they are wrong. Also, when it comes to Zach, she is still the overprotective mother you expect. Here are some trivia about Drew. She can speak about 37 known languages. 2. She is an expert-level wilderness survivalist. 3. A running gag in the show, whenever Zach gets kidnapped, captured, or injured, Drew abandons everything, and the fans would like to call it she goes into protective mom mode. And finally, what I like about Drew? I adore that she is a very flawed character with highly redeeming qualities. This makes her very human, very grounded, and yet relatable as well. Not to mention, she's in great shape for a woman in her late 30s. Athletic, strong, curvaceous, and isn't afraid of danger either. And in my opinion, despite me ever hardly watching the cartoon series, I respect and admire the Secret Saturdays cartoon for what it is. This show represented an era of action cartoons in the American West that is long gone of their former glory days of television. Thank you all for watching Mommies a Month. Dynamo out.